Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Geeks and Degenerates. Today, we'll be talking about, as you've seen in the title, Black Widow. Yes, the MCU is back and it goes off with a bang.
Carry
I,
on.
I think it goes on with a pew.
It goes on with a
A
Yeah,
Uh, uh,
music.
pew.
it goes off with a Florence pew.
Florence
Eh.
Pugh. Hey. Very nice. Very nice.
But before we get into the movie, I would like to ask the gentleman here how excited you were for the movie and what were your thoughts coming out of the movie.
I wasn't excited at all. I don't know. When
Really, I
they
thought
released it,
you seem really hyped about it.
yeah, at
Mm,
first, and then I gave it some thought, and I was like, "What's a?" I already know her outcome, so what's the stakes in this movie? Well, they do show a little bit, but
Oh,
yeah,
really?
not really.
Um, see, I would have been excited for this movie if it came out right after Civil War.
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect timing.
Yeah. Is- at this point in the MCU's life cycle, it's kind of like, why does this have to exist? Well, I mean, aside from like a scene in the end, I guess.
Hmm.
It's the Solo, a Star Wars story movie of the
Pretty much.
MCU.
Will
Pretty
Chewbacca
much.
make it?
Uh,
What will happen to Han Solo?
What happened to Han Solo? Does he get
Oh,
off the train
son.
safely?
Oh, son. Foreshadowing? Uh, well, in my, I was extremely excited for everything that had nothing to do with Black Widow. Cause like Black Widow's dead, so I don't really care. I like Scarlet.
Exactly.
She's a great Black Widow. In fact, a pretty perfect Black Widow. Um, I was excited for Taskmaster, cause like George Perez created Taskmaster, and as you guys know, George Perez also created Deathstroke. Like if you look at them, they have the same fucking color scheme.
Blue,
They're
orange,
yeah,
silver.
blue, orange, some silver, some gray, some blacks. And he's a spooky man with a mask over his head. And his whole thing is that he's got a merc. He's a merc whose superpower is no you. Basically, you know, he's uh, yeah, that's his superpower. He's like, I'm a fight. Like, I don't want to fight me. I wouldn't want to fight me neither. Then just fight you exactly the same way you would fight. Um, I love the concept of Taskmaster, and when he's given the right spotlight, he's great. Um, but in this movie, they gave us like Winter Soldier, but worse, like much much worse. So I was only excited for Taskmaster. I was like, I just want to see Taskmaster, and we'll
Yeah,
talk about that further later.
yeah.
yeah, as for
Yeah.
me, I
In my
was.
house, we will serve the Lord.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was very excited for this. Like the first few trailers, like I'm kind of getting Captain America: The Winter Soldier vibes, which I really like. And as the hype kept going on, I kind of drank the Kool Aid. And then I saw the movie, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool,
Uh,
cool beans, man, cool story." Uh,
Look, dude, when it comes to the MCU, never buy into the hype.
that's true. That's a lesson I learned the hard way
Like,
countless times.
as much as I don't want to agree with Edwin, I always come into MCU movies going like, this has got to suck. Like, like I always anticipate MCU movies for the most part to like be worse than anything I would imagine it to be.
or
But
mediocre or something like
the thing about the MCU, like Infinity War onwards, is that it's been actually turning around. Like Far From Home was really good. Like
Yes,
Mysterio is my favorite Mysterio. Not Ray, not Aaliyah, not Dominic. It's Mysterio. Like he was a great character, one of my favorite villains in MCU history. Like my favorite just being like it's Zemo and Thanos and Mysterio. And I thought they were finally going to a place where like they were balancing out like, oh, these all of these characters like mean something now. Um, uh, and then they reverted back to some Iron Man 3 bullshit with Black Widow.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
More flashbacks of Iron Man 3. Like, oh god, not again.
Yeah, just a short summary. Taskmaster basically got Mandarin.
I wouldn't
For our
say
viewers
not.
out there.
I wouldn't say not to the point of like straight up Mandarin, because like if you look at the story, it makes a lot of sense why it would be her, but it
Oh,
also
yeah.
makes a lot less sense as to why they had to make her Taskmaster.
Exactly.
Exactly. I was about to say like, well, you could have just picked any other person.
You could have just
Could have been
been like,
another
I'm fighting.
widow.
Yeah.
You could have just been like, I'm facing Dreykov's daughter. We would have been good with that. No one
That's
would
a
have
good
complained
name.
about that.
It's okay. Like, why did it have to be Taskmaster? So now, I don't know.
Yeah, since we're going to the story more, what do you think of how Natasha was handled on this one? Do you think this is a good send off or is it a little too late?
little too
Let me
late.
let me put it this way. This is not Natasha's movie.
This is not Natasha's movie.
It's
Not
called
at
Black
all.
Widow, but it's not Natasha's movie.
It's
It-
called Black Widow, just the wrong Black Widow.
Yeah.
It's Florence Pugh's movie.
It
Man.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. She stood out so much to me there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Natasha Romanoff was a side character in this movie.
Yeah.
To me, this is the most expensive trailer for Hawkeye I've ever seen. Like
Yeah.
that's all it is, right? It's the most expensive Hawkeye trailer in history. It set up Phase 4 to a degree in a direction that I kind of like. But the events of the movie were pretty shit. It's nice to know now where Natasha got her Infinity War vest.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
And the plane, I guess.
Yeah, like other than that, I'm just like Natasha's already been fridged, and on a general level, the MCU doesn't know how to handle women.
Yeah.
They really don't. There were certain directions that the movie took that I thought was like complete PC bullshit. Like this thing of, you know, that air of like, oh, it's the patriarchy. That's why they're all like limited and subjugated. It's because of the patriarchy, and like that was symbolized with Dreykov, right? Like it was a blatant representation of that with Dreykov. Like this man who uses his power to keep women subjugated and to keep them from opposing her, blah 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 blah. Like this is what's keeping women down. Like it feels like it was made by it feel like it was made by like a left wing Karen.
Mm.
Like this is the struggles
Yeah.
that women go through. Like this is what's wrong with the world. It's all the men's fault.
Pheromones.
It's the pheromones' fault.
Pheromones. I'm like, what?
Are you a
Honest-
Bond villain from the
honest-
60s?
Honestly, the pheromones thing was almost worse to me than Dreykov's daughter being
Yeah,
Taskmaster.
I was like,
Like, excuse me?
It's right up there with.
Like
It is
I
right
I
up
can't kick your ass because you're wearing Axe body spray. Like why?
he's like Hugo Boss.
He's wearing Dark Temptation, bro.
This is the reason. This is the reason for why Natasha Romanoff could not punch Dreykov in the face. It's just, the musk. Like I couldn't punch him because of his musk. Like, dude, the Black Widow character is one of the most phenomenal characters to ever grace comics. One of the most dangerous too. You guys should read the 2020 Taskmaster book. It's a solo story about 6 issues long, where it's Taskmaster basically running away from Natasha the whole time,
Oh,
running
shit.
away from her. All right, because he got framed for killing Maria Hill.
Damn.
Damn.
You know what Taskmaster's reaction to finding out Black Widow was after him?
What?
Ah! And I'm not talking about as an AHHH exclamation point. It was just all the letter A. Like the thought bubble was just all caps letter A's going across the panel.
His scream never ended.
It's like Taskmaster is actually a really good character, and it's really absurd because like his power is copying physical abilities in the world where everyone has fucking powers. But in this particular movie, Taskmaster could have been a complete fucking badass. Like, can you imagine if this was Ray Park?
Yeah, I'm just saying though.
Like-
well, when Taskmaster did come up on screen, he was really cool in my opinion. Like,
Dude, I had
just-
Winter
Yeah.
Soldier vibes.
Me
yeah,
too.
same here.
Yeah.
And I loved it when I saw Taskmaster like on screen, and their choreography for everything was really, really fucking good.
Mm-hmm. Nah, the
Yeah.
editing was shit. The editing was shit. The
When it was-
choreography was good, but too many cuts.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I like the scene on the bridge with Taskmaster and Black Widow. Did not like the scene in when Natasha met Miss Pugh in her
Apartment.
Budapest apartment. Pew. But yeah, it was too cutty. But other than that, the choreography was good. But camera, too cutty.
Not the end of the day, though. Like an action scene is built on its cuts. Like it's the only thing separating a good action scene from a bad one. If you make too many cuts, then the action scene just feels like punch, cut, punch, cut.
Mm.
It doesn't feel fluid. Your eye has to divert from a new place to another place to another place when you have a set of actors who are perfectly capable of doing this well without it. I mean, if we're going into bad shit,
But-
the CGI.
Yeah, the green screen when they were falling down.
Yeah, that was
thing,
really bad.
that was really bad. Like, wow, that's incredibly noticeable. What was
Am I
it?
the only
VFX
one-
in general is pretty
It's really bad here. It's
pretty
really
garbage.
bad. The explosions felt like PS3 graphics.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like very
Many,
video game.
many of the set piece explosions looked like video game graphics.
I told this to Seb, but I compared the explosions to one of those ones you see in like those super low budget like Nigerian action films.
yeah, it
Where
was
you
that
see
bad.
the bullet in the cartridge still, and it's traveling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing that looked really bad to me, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here. Is it just me, or it kind of looked like Dreykov's daughter's head was photoshopped onto Taskmaster's body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also thought the
Yeah.
same thing. Like, is this a dude's body and they put the girl's head on it?
Because
Uh,
like I get the armor being super padded, but I just feel like they went through a lot of work to make him look like a dude.
Look like a dude, and
Yeah.
like just to disappoint us at the end.
I haven't seen a superimposed head look so bad since Civil War. Like Iron Man. Like remember the Air Force?
Yes.
Do you guys remember it?
Ugh.
Yeah, Iron Man's head and War Machine's head, where they were like, "Isn't that weird? Yeah, it's weird. Isn't that weird?" That thing where like the helmet comes off and it just kind of looks like Tony's head is floating
It's just like
Yeah.
in the armor. This is that, but much worse.
Yeah.
It's that, but much worse. It gave me Buzz Lightyear vibes. You know, like
yeah, yeah.
when
Like
Buzz
it's,
Lightyear's visor goes down and the suit
Yeah.
just looks way too big for the rest of his body. That's
There's
what I
just too much
felt.
space. Yeah,
Yeah. I really felt like they could have gone with Tony Masters. If they were gonna go with
should've.
Taskmaster, I really think they should have gone with Tony Masters, like more of a hired gun type thing, rather
Yeah.
than like making it Dreykov's daughter and making like Black Widow like feel the repercussions of her past actions. Like if you were gonna do this at that timeline, you should have just gone by going with Great Dreykov's daughter. And if you were gonna go with Dreykov's daughter, have her want to do this on her own. So now
Yeah.
she's just not motivated by anything.
She's just a merc.
She's not even a merc, she's a slave.
She's a brainwash.
Yeah, she was
soldier.
brainwashed. She was not
I
under
don't know in this movie, but I mean, like in like
An alternate movie
Like
where they handled
yeah,
properly.
she should. Yeah. If she wanted to be, hey, if they wanted to give us a female Taskmaster, sure. Make her not be a brainwashed person. Make her like Dreykov's daughter, but she escaped and learned how to fight or some shit, and then
No,
she's doing this on her own.
To me, like Dreykov's daughter was allegedly killed by Natasha. That's enough motivation for her to want to kill Natasha. If you're gonna go this route, have her motivated by her hatred for Natasha. Don't have her
So-
brainwashed and then just wash her hands of everything she does.
Deus Ex Machina, just spray her in the eye.
Yeah, I just feel like they wanted to give her a forced redemption arc. So that none of the women get blamed for any of the actions that they've done. Like, it really feels like it was made by a left-wing Karen. Like, at the end of the day, any of the actions caused by any of the women here are only caused because of the patriarchy.
The moment they said you blew up Draco, who was with his daughter, I was like, that motherfucker's Taskmaster. I feel like that is.
Is that yeah? They kind of like rubbed it in our face already. Like,
And-
is she dead? Like, okay.
The fans have been asking, like, please, can we please get a Black Widow movie? What's that? You want a Captain Marvel movie? Wait, what? No, Black Widow. No, Captain Marvel. But okay, I'll check it out. Oh.
No, Black Widow. No, we got you. And just leaves.
You want a redhead Captain Marvel with no powers? Okay.
But
But yeah, for me, it's just this movie's a little
Wait.
too little, too late, and it feels like the MCU going, "Here's your fucking Black Widow movie." It's like, thanks.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Like, there you go. It's like the person throwing a cheese at her face.
You want the Black Widow movie? You want it? Go get it. Like, oh.
I'm like, ow.
You want it? Go get it. You aren't gonna make me go to no secondary storylines. You want it? Go get it.
But is it just me? But like every time they were gonna go deep or like go hard with the story,
Yes. Exactly.
they would always
divert to
bring
a
up
joke.
a joke. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the problem I have with the entire MCU in
Dude, they
general.
fucked over so
Yeah.
I hate
they
that
fucked
so
over
much.
so many good characters. Like they fucked over like the moment they could have had with Guardian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Really.
Hi Julian.
Says hi.
¿Qué pasa Julian? Kamusta kayo ni
Hi,
Kat?
dude.
We'll cut this out. We'll cut this out. Get whatever you need. Then we'll cut
I mean,
oh, shit. I'm sorry, I have headphones on. Go, please, we're filming. I'm sorry.
You're wasting our film. No, you can't talk to Jackie Chan.
You want to talk to you, Jackie?
We are shooting a film. You're wasting our film.
but yeah, they butchered so
You're
many
sorry.
characters.
Well,
Where
anyway,
were we?
sorry. Yeah.
You butchered so many characters already in the MCU.
Yeah,
You're going
like-
I don't think they were necessarily butchered except for Taskmaster. I think they diluted Red Guardian. I think they diluted like Evie, Rachel Weisz.
Yeah.
I think they could have given us more of those characters so that we gave a shit. But they were just like, oh, you want these characters to be compelling? You want this to feel like Falcon and the Winter Soldier and all the other Disney Plus shows? You want it? Go get it. They're just like, we'll just give them a Disney Plus show somewhere down the line so that you'll give a shit.
It feels like they tried to put the formula for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and they tried to condense it into a 2-hour format.
But
No,
can't say that
I
because-
think
sorry, go on.
I think they tried to take what they have previously done and put it in a format that they think would be more attractive to women. They think. It's not that they know what's attractive to women. It's what they think women want rather than what women actually want. Like Black Widow's a character that needs no explanation for her competence. And Florence Pugh's character is also equally that great. Red Guardian is a character that was, under a very specific regime and did what he did because it's what he believed in, and he was proven to be fucked over by that. And the entire Widow family were fucked over by the Red Room and by Russia as a whole. Like, all of these characters could have come together and done something significant, but you notice that all of these fights happen separately.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we just don't see any unity between these characters, and you see them go through things alone for what? Like, they're separate through the movie, when they come together, they still feel separate. By the end, they still feel pretty separate.
Because Black Widow has to be alone by the time Infinity War rolls around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
It's like,
Is the thing.
yeah, no, but like they could have had some sense of unity. Like they could have like done this together. Like even the shit that happened in the Red Room, Widow was alone for most of that.
No, she
You
wasn't
know,
alone
Yelena
for
came in
most-
at the end.
Yeah, she came. Her sister
Yeah,
came at the
yeah.
end.
She
Yeah.
came in at the end,
Okay,
but like
yeah.
basically that did nothing. Why didn't you have them come together and then like do some kind of fight sequences with the generic widows? You know, like you could have had them do that. You could have had them come together as a family, and they could have capitalized on that too. Because Vin Diesel's like, you know, the most important thing in Hollywood again. For some reason, everyone's reposting his shit from Facebook. You know, I love the music. This is Brazil. I just
This video is not gonna age well.
I just feel like there were so many things, so many directions this movie could have taken to make all of the money they put into it make sense. Like if the CG was shit, I could have forgiven it, but the plot was really underwhelming at best,
It was.
and their
Yeah.
use of Taskmaster was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
The pheromones thing, complete bullshit.
It's complete
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's complete bullshit. I like the whole widows are like controlled under, you know, the whatever conditionings they have, and the red cocaine was what brought them out of it. Like that's fine. That would have been fine to me. But my problem is they did that with Taskmaster too. So essentially, no one had motivation to do anything they did here. Like there
Yeah.
was no compelling reason for why any of these characters did anything.
Yeah.
And like I also kind of feel like this entire movie could have been avoided.
Unfortunately.
It didn't need to be here.
Like I just feel like Widow going after these people on her own could have also been avoided. She could have been like, Steve, Falcon,
Kaka.
Hawkeye, WandaVision. Can you help me take down the Red Room? Okay. I feel like they could have done that and just avoided the whole, well, let's meet up with my, you know, Russian step family. You know?
Yeah.
Like I just it didn't have to happen the way it did, and it just feel like the movie was working so hard to make itself exist.
Yeah.
I also
think-
don't. Wait, go ahead.
I was just say I think that this should have just been like strictly like a Yelena film.
Yes. Agreed. Because really, she's the one who stood out in this movie the most.
Because really
Yelena's so great.
because really the only point of the movie, because like you don't have any stakes for Black Widow, you don't have any stakes for Taskmaster. Like really, the only thing this movie has going for it is Yelena and her plot now, which was introduced within the last 5 minutes of the movie.
I really thought she was gonna die because I did recognize the vest,
Yeah.
and that's what Black Widow was wearing in Infinity War. I was like, oh shit, she's gonna die.
Yeah, that's just gonna die.
She's
So,
gonna
take
take
it.
the vest.
Yeah.
You
It's
know why I
important.
didn't think she was gonna die? Because she's too expensive to kill.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no way you're gonna sign Florence Pugh into
After-
the MCU and kill her.
After
In one
Midsommar, yeah.
Yeah.
After Midsommar, after that thing she did with Emma Watson and stuff,
Yeah.
she's just too expensive. She's just too high profile, and she's Florence fucking Pugh.
she's really good actress. Like
She's
really
a
good
phenomenal actress. She's a
Ah.
phenomenal actress. I love all of her work, and she had the most convincing Russian accent
Yes.
from everyone in this movie.
People were
consistent,
breaking a
right?
bit.
Huh?
Most consistent.
Yeah, it's the most consistent. I'm not saying it's perfect. It's a very Americanized Russian accent,
Yeah.
right? But the point is like this
But you
is
say
what
it
I
in it.
would expect from a native Russian speaker
Yeah.
who knew how to speak fluent English.
Yeah.
And it felt consistent. And from all of them, I think she had the most dedication to her role, and she also had the best character moment.
Mhm.
I will say though.
Um,
Oh, sorry, go
remember
on.
the dinner scene? I just want to point it out. It's the dinner
No,
scene.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where like Black Widow's like, we're not really family, and then
I
Red
I
Guardian's
love
like,
that scene.
I still feel it still fits it, and Evie's just like, don't read from the Book of the Dead or some shit, right? And and then
Go on, go on. Sorry,
and then,
you got me
and
there.
and we have Florence B going like, what the fuck are you telling me we weren't really family? Like, bro, like if it wasn't real for you, it was fucking real for me. And like the only good part of my childhood, you're telling me it fucking meant nothing. Like, bro, like I know you haven't been around for years. I know we haven't seen each other for years, and you're fucking pissed at what happened. But that was the best part of my life, and you're telling me that didn't mean shit to anybody here. Go fuck yourself, bro. Like that's not
Yeah.
the line, but
Yeah.
that was the feeling.
Like-
The Seb cut.
Here's my thing about that scene is what I love about it the most is the build up to her big explosion. Like you see the other three just kind of bickering between each other and just like going through all this, and then you see Yelena in the background just having this sort of mini breakdown.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
And like she's not even like really like center frame. It's just
Yeah.
Florence does this scene like so fucking well, and even though like there was so much chaos going on with Natasha, Evie, and Guardian, I could not take my eyes off Florence.
Neither could I.
Like-
It felt
I
like
mean,
she
there
was
are a
like
lot
the
of
youngest
reasons.
of the
There are a
family.
lot of reasons as to
Well-
why
well,
one
yes.
wouldn't take their eyes off
Yes.
of Florence. But
Well, yes, but
I get it.
my
I
point
get what
being,
yeah,
She's amazing, and she
Degenerates.
improvised the joke of making fun of Natasha's pose, and she kept making fun of it offset, and then they're like, you know what, keep the joke in for the movie.
Yeah.
oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah,
That's one of my. That's probably the best joke. Actually, all of the great shit that came from this movie came from just Yelena. Like the whole,
Yeah.
why do you always do that pose? That fucking, that stupid fucking pose.
Fuck. David, what's his name again? I forgot his last
David
name.
Harbour.
David Harbour. To be honest, at some points he does have really good comedic timing.
Oh no, David Harbour is great. It's just
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I was
That's
so
not David
disappointed.
Harbour's fault.
Right? I
Like-
was so disappointed with Taskmaster and the Red
Guardian.
Red Guardian fight. I really wanted
Yeah.
to see them like throw
Is it
down.
just me, or we never saw how that ended? Oh wait,
No.
no. Yeah, they locked him in the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, I want to see more of that fight too.
Yeah.
There were a lot of situations where Red Guardian could have really come out as a character. The jail scene could have been that,
Mm-hmm.
and then they ran the joke again,
Yeah.
and then they were just like, I give up. Which is to me them also giving up on giving the character anything to work with.
Yeah.
You know? And Evie was, I just didn't feel like she was there, you know? Like I think she was just there to explain the pig thing.
Poor pigs. It's like,
Yeah.
Like,
Like
please
I
stop
think
killing
that
you.
was the most important thing she did the whole time. She was just like the pig thing.
yeah.
Also, I fucking snitched on you guys and called the fucking Red Room.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
Sorry, G.
You want to use like the bubble foam tape mask to hide our identities and stuff. My bad. We're going to the Red Room, I guess.
No, I mean, I think that was Natasha's like whole thing, right? She was like trying to help Natasha get to the Red Room.
Yeah, I know, but like calling the Red Room was not Natasha's plan.
Was
I mean, I
Evie's
guess
plan.
how else are they gonna go there?
It was
I don't know.
Evie's betrayal.
Okay.
So like, I'm just You know, the more we talk about this movie, the more shit makes less sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I would also like to
Oh,
point out that if you're a fan of Ray Winstone, you can always watch The Departed because he's useless here.
who? Who?
Ray Winston, he's Dreykov.
Yeah.
I have a much better time watching The Departed
Yeah,
or
he has a
Sexy
way better
Days.
in Departed.
You know what Dreykov would have been great as? He could have been just the fucker, like going all kingpin and just be like, attack, 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 I'll pay you to attack, 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 attack. Like, wouldn't that have been great? Like a William Stryker type guy. Like, I created you, you're after me now, let me throw everything I got at you, and then defeat him with a single punch.
And my child's the weapon, so it is kind of a William Stryker thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to me, dude, they should have just gone the William Stryker direction. If they really wanted to go the Taskmaster direction, they're like, all right, this is how I would have written it. If you had to have Taskmaster in this, like the one thing in the narrative that wouldn't really fit, have Taskmaster in this as a hired merc. Like, Natasha gets wind that the Red Room is still around through Yelena or some bullshit like that. And they're like, oh no, we need to bring together the Russian Torettos. Like, we need your help to defeat the Russian Torettos. And then, what Dreykov would do is hire Taskmaster and lend them a few widows so that, you know, they can all take out the one thing that knows he's around. And that's how you bring Taskmaster into this. Make him like a dangerous fucker, like the top merc in the entire world. Like that's how to make Taskmaster make sense here. Have him be Tony Masters, have him played by someone no one really cares about. It could be Ray Park.
yeah,
If you so chose, you could just make it Ray Park. Have him barely say anything or nothing at all. Have him be motivated purely by money. Have him lose by a hair. Like, don't have him lose super easily to Natasha. And then, you know, have her take out Dreykov with a single punch or whatever.
Yeah. I kind of wish they kind of committed to like killing some of the widows. Like it is like a big deal to them that they have to kill them, but like they need to because they're in the way. I don't know. I kind of wish they kind of committed to killing a widow.
my God, the more I talk about this movie, I realize Forrest Pugh might be the only thing I like, really.
David Harbour's.
David Harbour's cool, but
But
like,
then again, he's useless.
I like the
That's
fact
what's
that does it kind of bother you that he's cold and calculating in the beginning, and he's just an idiot when we meet him again? Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
happened?
I don't think he was an idiot or presented as an idiot, but they ran too many jokes that made it feel like he was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because like he was a competent fighter. He did defeat Taskmaster. He wasn't doing badly in that
Yeah.
fight.
They just kept cutting away from him.
And he was pretty strategic through the prison break. Like he wasn't an idiot. He didn't lose his touch or anything.
fighting he
was
can handle himself, but like,
Yeah, he can handle himself. Like he's definitely smarter than Drax. Like he wasn't Drax.
yeah,
You know. But I don't know. Like they just kind of just wrote in characters for the sake of it. Looks like.
Yeah.
Like you
Pretty
could have just made this Yelena and Natasha, and it would have worked well enough.
Yeah.
They could have taken out Taskmaster and just made him Dreykov's daughter.
Who's just a very like expert Black
Mhm.
Widow. Well, yeah. Speaking of wasted opportunities, instead of American Pie, I wish they went with Back to the USSR by the Beatles at the start, because they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go on an adventure. Pack up your things, kids." I wish they played that instead of American Pie. I don't know, just me.
yeah.
I
The opening was a bit too Stranger Things to me too.
Oh, it's very Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, it was Stranger Things as fuck.
Yeah,
I just feel like they could have just given us a different Black Widow villain, like someone who's like more like reverse Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that could have been Dreykov's daughter.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a Black Widow mirror equivalent. I just don't know what she's called. But yeah, that I think is the route they should have taken with this. Just give us reverse Black Widow, which is always what you do anyway. You know, like you gave us Ant-Man, we got Yellow Jacket. You gave us Iron Man, you gave us Ironmonger. You know, and this is the first Black Widow movie, so you might as well just fucking give us, you know,
Reverse Black Widow. Tarantula.
You know, white married woman, like
White husband.
White husband.
black husband dampot. Black widower. It's just a dude who lost his wife. He knows a lot of kung fu.
So we've been talking about the negatives a lot. Aside from Florence Pugh, is there any other positives you'd like to point out? I do like
Yo,
the opening
yo,
when they were being captured by Dreykov and Smells Like Teen Spirit was playing.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Kid Yelena and Kid Natasha were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I like the beginning of the movie.
And
Same
that's that's Resident Evil lady's daughter, the one who played Natasha. That's why she looks so familiar. I was like, why does this kid look so familiar? It's the first time I've ever seen her, but she really looks like someone. It's because she's her daughter.
I think I saw an interview of Mila. She's like, my kid's in Black Widow. I was like, really? Oh, that's cool.
She was very good in Black Widow. Mila's daughter's probably gonna be a better actress than her mother.
I mean, not a high bar.
Yeah, it's not.
Just don't get into any Capcom movies. Okay?
You'll be fine.
You know, Mila's not a bad actress. She's never been a bad actress. She's just married to a bad director.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, and she just agrees to do all of his films.
Of course, sweetie.
It was like,
no.
how do you want your career to go? I just want to work with you only.
Okay.
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 Trying to think of other positives. It's really hard.
I will say, if you don't really care for the story, and you're just like a casual viewer, this movie's actually really fun to watch. I was.
For
I don't think so.
Sorry, man.
I don't think so.
For me, it's there were some cool scenes here and there.
I enjoyed what very little we got of the family dynamic.
Same
Yeah.
here. Same here.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed. Well, I already said this, but I enjoyed everything about Yelena.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yelena's really good. She had the best character moments, the best jokes.
Yelena is the saving grace of this movie.
She's
She
the
was.
only
That's
thing
right.
that felt fully formed.
Yeah.
By the end of this, she's the only thing that felt like a complete character you can use again. Like, if you never brought Rachel Weisz back, and like 5 years down the line we're watching MCU shit and she comes back, I'll be like, right, she was part of this. Like, she's that forgettable.
Yeah.
Which sucks because she's Rachel Weisz.
She was in The Mummy,
She was in both of the Mummy movies that we care about.
Yeah.
and then replaced on the third one when they went to China.
What third one?
What third
There's
one,
never
bro?
a third one.
Talking about the
Who's
Tom
never
Cruise
the-
one? How dare you?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We don't talk about the Tom Cruise one. We don't talk about the one with Jet Li. Jet who?
Probably an actual dude in China. Who knows?
So, Florence Pugh is amazing, and I like how her career is skyrocketing
Dude.
at the moment.
I didn't think much of her like in her other movies. Like, oh, she's a pretty good actress. But here, I kind of had a really big crush on her now.
I
have a
really-
She deserves the push, bro.
I
Yeah.
really liked her in The Outlaw King and Fighting with My Family.
Oh yeah, she was in The Outlaw King.
She's Paige.
Yeah, she's Paige.
Right, I forgot that she's Paige.
Yeah, and Paige
Uh,
Paige loved the movie, so that says something about her. As an actress, that she can bring someone who's still alive and portray them well on screen.
Yeah, I'll watch Fighting with My Family eventually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a joke later after this, but I'm not gonna do it here.
I think we're almost
Over,
a lot
yeah.
of positives.
dude. Well, the after credit scene was
Oh yeah, there's
it was very hype.
the
Yeah,
after credits scene
yeah.
was cool.
Yeah. I forgot the name of the lady, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier sketchy lady.
Yeah.
Valentina.
Yeah, Valentina.
Yeah, Val.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
She came in and was like, "Wanna fuck up the dude that fucked up your sister?" She's like, "Sure, I would like to fuck up dude that fucked up my sister." then
You like
there's
my
My
vest?
babushka.
You like my vest?
would you like my vest? It has many pockets. Um, very utility vest. If I jump out of plane with my vest and I put all my pockets out, it's enough to be parachute. Um, uh,
Sukablit.
I do like the actress they got for her too. Julie Louis Dreyfus.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
great. She's
Yeah.
great. She's
Yeah.
a TV legend, and to see her like becoming significant big in the big screen is also really great. So
Mhm.
late into her career, like no offense to her age or anything like that, but like it's nice to see someone at the top of their game, in the
Yeah.
middle of their lives. It's really great to see her, and she's fucking terrifying. Like you could tell she's just up to some shit. Um,
Bro.
so she's like, here is picture of Hawkeye. You go kill Hawkeye. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, I
Go
was
kill
about
Hawkeye. You go kill Hawkeye, and she's like, duh. And yeah, so
see you next movie.
I know who the villain of Hawkeye is now.
She,
She's in the cast.
Yeah.
She's in the cast for the Hawkeye show. So she's gonna be the villain, or like she's gonna be the villain for most of the show.
That
So
becomes
like,
good at the end.
if anything, Black Widow was just a shitty trailer for the Hawkeye show.
she better watch it though. She's going up against the best Avenger and his daughter, Kate Bishop.
She's not his daughter.
Oh right, right.
She's not his daughter. They're just friends.
Yeah, they're just
Oh.
friends. I forgot about that.
She has a transforming beetle. Don't worry.
All right, she's safe.
Yeah.
No, dude. At the end of the day, I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with Kate Bishop, but the reason Kate
Not really.
Bishop is fine is Kate Bishop has this. Kate Bishop has crazy money.
She does.
She's got crazy money, so she's gonna be fine, and she's just gonna treat like I just want to make sure that like Haley Steinfeld can play an Aubrey Plaza type, because that's Kate Bishop's character.
Okay.
She's just always kind of done with Hawkeye's bullshit. But like that's unfortunate, because like I would rather talk about the idea of Hawkeye than talk about Black Widow. Like, it was nothing but disappointing except for Yelena. I fucking love you, Florence Pugh. Could you please do more shit like this? I just want to see you like do more Black Widow shit. Like, just do shit on your own and complain about how this could be a cool way of dying or not a
Dying.
cool way of dying. That was a great joke. This would be cool way to die. This is not the school way to die. Yeah.
With all that wonderful things being said, what would you rate this movie?
5.
I'll
And I will
like,
not go any higher than that.
take it or leave it.
It is completely average to me. Like I'll forget about it in a week. Except for Florence Pugh, I'll remember her forever.
Same here, man. Fuck. Yeah, I'll give it. I'm same boat. Maybe a bit lower, like 4.5. I don't know. I wanted the Winter Soldier movie. I kind of got it, but
And
that it kind of hurts me.
I will also go with a 4. I just really let down, except for Florence Pugh and then David Harbour a bit. Most of Florence Pugh and kind of David Harbour. I like those, but aside from that, I was like, what's the point of this movie? It's a little too late.
Yeah, they were a little too late.
Yeah.
How about you,
4.
sir?
As much as I would actually like to go with Edwin's rating, I'm gonna go with Jomar's rating. I think it is a 4 to me. This is out of 10, just to
Yeah.
make sure. Some people might be thinking we're rating out of 5. It's a 4. I think there was just too much money wasted
Mm.
on this movie. Like, if I'm just thinking of it from a movie standpoint, it is a 5. But if I'm thinking about it from like also the perspective of whoever might invest themselves into this movie, it's a fucking 4. Like, that's an expensive cast used to no actual value. Like, they didn't pull the value they should have. So because of the added downside of the fact that it just feels like a lot of wasted money, it's a 4.5. That's a generous 4.5 out of me. So, like,
That
just
0.5 is Florence Pugh.
just give us a new show. Stop making movies.
I wish the Russo brothers.
Just make shows now.
Yeah, just
please.
make shows. I wish the Russo brothers did this movie. I think they would have done it a pretty good, okay job.
I think Zack Snyder should have done this movie.
I was about to say, I was about to say Zack Snyder. So goddamn it, Sep took it.
I think Patty Jenkins could have done this movie
Yeah.
Yes,
decently.
yeah.
But I honestly think Zack Snyder would have done this movie perfectly. If you just took out all of like Zack Snyder's abilities to like make it like a Zack Snyder cinematic thing.
Yeah.
Like don't let him do the fucking cinematography, just have him do like the script. Weirdly enough. I think he would have done it well.
And the choreography.
Oh yeah, the fights would have been fucking tremendous. Dude, just like Natasha getting a can of milk. Just one kick to the...
Yeah. So that's our ratings for it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we got.
So
That's all we got for you.
that's been our video for Black Widow. Do you guys agree or disagree? Please comment below. Be civil about it. Be cool about it. Oh, since we're on this trend of disappointing movies from the MCU, what are other disappointing movies from the MCU?
What the fuck? Okay.
I would say Ant-Man too.
Entry 2 and 3 are pretty boring.
I actually enjoyed 2 to a degree. I enjoyed 2. It was at least fun.
I
Iron Man
said
3.
Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man
No, I
2.
loved Ant-Man 2.
I didn't.
I loved Ant-Man 2. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
How'd you do that? What do you mean?
I love those parts. I love
Cartoon.
those parts. But it was a little bit lackluster compared to the first one. Oh. In my opinion.
I'd say Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 and
definitely.
Iron Man 3 and
Or
Dark
the
World.
Dark World.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Thor,
Iron
Dark
Man
World.
3 and Dark World, because like Dark World was like possibly the only MCU movie that made me almost walk out.
I fell asleep.
I keep falling asleep to the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't fall asleep, but I was at one point going like, I don't think this is worth my time and money. Like I think I might just go. But yeah, Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World. But honestly, right now, I don't know if it's because it's fresh in my head. I actually think Black Widow is like just as bad. Like if not the worst of all of them, it's just as bad.
Also Captain Marvel. I'm gonna say.
You went
I
there.
actually don't think
Yeah.
Captain Marvel's bad. I just don't. Actually no. The narrative is bad, but I don't hate Captain Marvel herself.
Oh no, I don't hate Captain Marvel.
I don't hate the character.
Yeah,
It's just the movie.
the way they handled her.
I think the
Sorry,
Captain
what?
movie character was always shitty. Like Captain Marvel's never been a great person. So it was accurate to Captain Marvel, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna like the movie. I don't think it was as bad as people hyped it up to be, but it for the people who don't like it, I get it.
Lastly, I say Guardians 2 for me. I was overall disappointed by that one.
What?
I was okay with
Guardians
Guardians too.
Guardians 2.
I like Guardians too.
I like Guardians too.
I like Guardians. I like both of the Guardians movies so far. I just don't like that like they went in a way too comedic direction with Drax, because
Yeah.
Drax is my guy from the Guardians, and Drax was really cool. Like in Guardians 2, he had a lot of interesting moments. But I feel like they forgot he was the Destroyer after Guardians 1.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just made him progressively dumber as the movie's franchises went on. So that I did not like. But Drax is the only thing I don't like in terms of like they lack treatment for the character. But overall, like the Guardians movies aren't bad. None of them have been bad. The only like it's not part of the bad list. I don't think it can be objectively put on the bad list for any of the MCU movies.
Alright. Actually, for me, going back to the first Avengers, it's kind of boring too. It's like,
I mean, the first Avengers movie leaves a bad taste in your mouth when you think about Joss Whedon too much.
yeah.
Yeah. Very big.
Oh,
Yeah.
Age of Ultron is bad.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron is
Yeah,
bad.
sad.
Yeah.
If you're gonna think a bad Avengers movie, it's definitely Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easily.
The only thing I like about it is fucking Ultron, and that's about it.
I love Hulk. Hulk and it's cool.
Yeah, like Hulk
Like
gang
all
really
all
bad.
of all of the Joss Hulk shit was good. If I'm
Yeah.
being real.
You didn't see that coming? Neither did you, asshole.
Keep up, old man. No. Nobody.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
So with all those nice things being said, DMC, and we were not done with the MCU so far.
Yeah.
Edwin, where can people find you?
Oh,
Behind you.
yeah. Find me at home. No. I stream on Twitch. Oh well, actually, I haven't been streaming as much lately because we finally fucking cleared Eden 12 Savage. Thank God. After doing that fight for 3 fucking months.
What?
Is this Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been doing a bit more variety streaming. Before this video, I actually just did a Rainbow Six Siege stream with a little bit of Apex at the end, and I've been thinking of doing more of that kind of content since not much is going on content wise in Final Fantasy right now because we are waiting for the new expansion. But I'm still streaming kind of regularly. I'm gonna start picking back up, so back to my old schedule. Tuesdays,
Laro tayo
Fridays,
ng Fortnite,
Saturdays.
Lods. Laro tayo Fortnite.
Honestly, yeah, like within like my stream window, yeah, sure, let's do it. I'd be glad to have you guys on my channel. And yeah, so you guys can find me at twitch.tv/Urity. Link will be in the description below.
All right. You can find Seb. He'll find you.
He'll find you.
I love how you seem to pick that up. You can find Seb. Actually, no, he'll find you.
Where can I find you, Seb?
Well, sooner or later, you know.
All right, big
Yeah,
project.
sooner or
big
later,
project.
you'll know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you got
You,
to start cooking.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got some.
You can just follow me on the street.
I mean, he'll see you.
Yeah,
You won't be sneaky about it.
You won't find me. I'll find you. You'll most likely see me doing a Black Widow pose behind you.
But yeah, you guys can find me at Instagram at Jom GOM all caps.
Well, we're talking about IGs and we're just promoting Instagrams and stuff. Seb the Harmacist. Any of my projects, you'll see on there. Seb the Harmacist. Capital STH. But yeah, it's Harmacist is spelled pharmacy without the P.
The P.
Yeah.
So it's Harmacist. Yeah.
Yeah, and the rest of my social media is literally just the same as my Twitch. So Twitter, Urity, Instagram, Urity.
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks to that. All the links will be down below.
All right.
Don't follow me on Twitter. It's a cesspool on my Twitter. My Twitter is a fucking cesspool.
The people start following you on Twitter because you said it was
If you're wondering why we're called Geeks and Degenerates, all the degeneracy is on my fucking Twitter.
It's on his general social media, honestly. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Except my Instagram. I don't really post on Instagram that much.
I can't wait for our degenerate like parts to do like videos.
100 subscribers, please.
100
Let's get there.
100
subscribers.
subscribers. Come on, let's make it happen.
Come on, we need this degenerate part to come out. Too
John,
pent up.
well, yeah, that's been our video. Thank you so much for watching. We are so near the end, guys. Please form social distance. Get vaccinated if you can. Please. This is almost over. We're crawling. Almost towards the finish line. Don't make us go back. But yeah, that's all for now. We all see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
And to do a dab.
Shut up. No.